Hey cuties! Before we begin, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the audio of this episode. As it turns out, during some points of the conversation, the audio seems to dip in and out. I did manage to edit it and salvage most of the conversation, so it shouldn't take away too much from your listening experience. If you're a fan of Sleepaway Camp, I think you're really going to enjoy this episode, and I think you're going to enjoy what Bowie and I have to bring to the table. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy this scary, sexy, stupid time.
What is your podcast about? Hanging out with your smartest and funniest friend.
You know me. I'll kill anybody, but I'll only sleep with someone I love. Baby, she's a slut, just like her mother.
Hi, cuties, and welcome to Whorror Icon, your queer playground for all things scary, sexy, and stupid. You know me, I'm Crybaby, the spooky slut from your wettest nightmares. And
I'm Bowie Caius, just when you thought it was safe to be cis again.
damn right. In case you can't tell, babes, we both had a day of work.
Work? No, it was work. It was not. I don't know about you. I was not working. I was working.
I was laboring.
Laboring, yeah.
Yeah,
in the
not
mines.
the baby sense.
In
In the mines, yeah.
we're not doing embrag
Just
on this.
hi-ho, hi-ho.
Sorry.
This isn't I said it before, this isn't a show for babies. And take that in every way you will.
Not a show for babies.
No.
About babies, for babies.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep staring at myself in the camera.
I wish you would, because I'm avoiding myself. So it's a good balance. It's a good balance.
I look like trash, everybody, and I love it.
Welcome.
Oh. Welcome, yes. Welcome to Horror Icon.
Welcome.
Very on brand.
Very.
Okay, so some behind the scenes tea. I'm gonna pull back the curtain. Bowie and I have already recorded this episode talking about Sleepaway Camp. However, my fuck-ass microphone, I don't know what's going on. I got a new mic. I got a new cable. It might be my interface. Just audio issues up the ass. It's a pain. It sucks. So I'm going to be a little bit paranoid, everybody, so forgive me. But Bowie, thank you so much for being back.
I mean, you don't have to, it's not a chore for me to come over and like rant a bunch. I mean, I just feel bad because you were having a hell of a time editing the like 8-hour long fucking diatribe.
It was only 3.
Only.
Well, I guess between the 2 episodes, it was like 6.
Yeah.
But before we get into all of the nitty-gritty beautiful stuff, some logistical things. This never feels natural to me. I'm gonna see if I can just cosplay as a YouTuber. Hi everybody, Crybaby here. Make sure you like and subscribe and give us a follow and hit that notification bell so you can get updates of all your scary, sexy, stupid shenanigans. But really, please subscribe. Like, help us
Please
grow.
do that.
I'm really trying to be more consistent with this. And
Do you have a Patreon yet?
that was gonna be the next point of order. Mama has a Patreon.
I'm setting you up.
Mama has a Patreon.
Yay.
I've actually had it, but I haven't been promoting it because I have been inconsistent. I was just like, I want to wait until I know that I can put stuff on Patreon before I give people the option to get Patreon. But it is up. It is live. Right now I have 2 tiers that you can sign up for. The first one is just the tip. $1 a month. It's my tip jar, baby. If you just want to generally support the show, throw $1 my way. You will get access to ad-free episodes when I eventually start running ads on my episodes.
Sexy.
The next tier is the Creepy Cuties tier, where you get, of course, the ad-free content, but you get it a day early. You also get the Cutting Room Horror, which is all of the stuff that I had to cut for time.
Wow. For time. Oh my God. When it comes to us, good God.
Well, the last episode we did, I think it was maybe an extra 15 minutes.
That's it.
That's it. I know.
That's crazy.
I was very conservative with it, though. I'll probably more liberal.
You? Conservative?
Me, conservative. Yep. Dressed like this? Absolutely.
Mar-a-Lago face.
Absolutely. This is my Republican makeup, everybody.
Yeah.
Now that that's out of the way, let's talk Sleepaway Camp, everybody. Oh, I rewatched this movie earlier this week to get a refresher. Ooh, I still fucking love it. I love it more now than I did when we first recorded this.
So true. I mean, we talked about it in the, because I don't think this episode words. I don't think people will know this because it was in the Hot Mess Express episode. that shall never be named. The fucking, after seeing Weapons and walking into Sleepaway Camp, and we're introduced to yet another fucking unhinged, quote unquote, aunt. I don't know what she's on, but I want to be on it.
Yes.
And I think she sets us up for the movie so well.
So well.
I'm like, yeah, I'm locked in. I don't know who
Yes.
you are. I don't know why you're here, but I'm locked in. I'm here for it.
I love you refer to it as a plague of ants. This plague of aunts. And yes.
Yeah, there's something so insidious, right, about an aunt as opposed to a mother, a father. Uncle has its own kind of flavor to it, but aunt, very specific. And I feel like we're coming back.
We are.
After Weapons, even though, is she not? Who's to say?
Yeah, who's...
But let's lean back into very strange aunts. It sets up the whole dynamic perfectly, in my opinion.
It 100%
Ricky,
does.
Angela, and the aunt as the whole outside world that we're about to venture into.
Oh, it's
Perfect setup.
So, yes, I'm so excited to talk more about that. This is your spoiler warning. If you haven't seen it, well, first off, if you haven't seen it and you don't know what the twist ending is, shut this the fuck off and go watch it now. Don't look anything up. Don't spoil it for yourself, because it is impossible. It's basically impossible to go into this movie without knowing what the twist is, especially if you're a horror head. So yes,
You're one of the blessed ones. So please take the opportunity that so many of us had taken from us.
Yes. When I rewatched it,
Yeah.
I watched it with two people who had never seen it before. Two lesbians.
Oh.
Yes. These two had never seen this before.
Oh my God.
And I was out of the corner of my eye just like watching every single reaction. And they were reacting exactly how I wanted them to. Oh, it was perfect. So yeah, do yourself a favor if you haven't seen it yet. Shut me off. Come back to me and Bowie after you watch it, and then we're going to get cooking. Because we're switching up the format this season for Franchise Fridays. It's not going to be a walkthrough. You know, in the past, it was kind of a play-by-play kind of gig. Now we're just going to be having organic conversations and just talking in general about the themes and our favorite parts. We're not really going to be going through the plot the way we used to.
Yeah, because sometimes the plot just devolves into like silly, goofy one-liners, which are fine.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
it's like I could easily get trapped in the one-liners and never come out. You know,
Well,
this movie's got a lot of them too.
It does, yeah.
So it's easy to just the echolalia just feeds it, and you just go eat shit and live all day long. You know what I
Not
mean?
my Meg.
Not my
Not my Meg. Yeah, I agree. And also my thing with the play-by-play is like there was so many times where like me as a host, like I'm so mentally like, well, we have to work through the storyline.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel as conversational. I would have a thought or something that I would want to talk about that just wasn't appropriate at that point in like the plot coverage.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, you know what, fuck that. Just watch the movie and then come back and talk to us.
Especially because the chronology of the movie is important for talking about the themes.
That's true.
The themes kind of take on a whole different meaning once you finish the movie. And then you could rewatch it and go, oh, you know?
Exactly.
All those little things. So yeah, it's truly a Christopher Nolan-esque film. Watch it once, watch it again,
And you'll get
then
it's a
come
whole new
back.
movie. Yeah.
It's Oppenheimer, essentially. It's like the same thing.
Sloppenheimer.
Slop.
That was my nickname in high school.
Heimer till I bomb. I don't know. That was bad. Please.
Oh,
Please, no, don't.
I love that.
Nobody heard that.
All right. For those of you, if you may or may not have seen it recently, don't worry. I am going to give you a refresher.
Thank God.
In the vein of Crybaby's breakdown. I have another breakdown. I feel so annoying today. This is great. All right. Crybaby's breakdown. All right, summertime sluts. Pack your crop tops and short shorts because we're off to Camp Arawak, where the kids are cruel, the counselors are bad at their jobs, and adults just plain suck. We kick things off with a tragic boating accident that allegedly claims a dad and one of his kids, leaving the other child traumatized and orphaned.
I'm sorry, allegedly. just
Allegedly. Fast forward 8 years, and we meet our eccentric Aunt Martha, delivering monologues to herself like she's in a pharmaceutical ad. And she's sending our painfully shy survivor, Angela, and her loudmouth cousin, Ricky, off to some summer camp fun. From day one, Angela is a magnet for bullies, mostly Judy, the queen bee of side ponytails and titties, and Meg, the Kaylani from Dance Mom's lookalike counselor who thinks bullying is a personality trait. Because this bitch looks like Kaylani.
Oh my God, you're so
She
right.
does.
Jeez.
Ricky does his best to defend Angela, but teenagers are assholes, and most of the adults in this movie are negligent at best and predatory at worst. Immediately, campers start dropping like flies in increasingly creative and satisfying ways. Boiling water, beehives, curling irons. And all I'm going to say about the curling iron is her pussy is on fire, baby. As the bodies pile and suspicions rise, the camp owner Mel is more concerned about getting through the summer without lawsuits than actually protecting the kids. And in his attempt to stop these camping murders, this 61-year-old adult takes a beef with Ricky, a 15-year-old child. And finally, we land at the infamous lakeside finale, the moment that this film secured its cult status. Angela sits naked by the water, cradling Paul's severed head, until the camera pulls back and reveals the truth. Angela is actually Peter, forced into girlhood by Aunt Martha, who decided 2 boys just won't do. And this final shot will sear itself into your brain. The teeth, the growl, the freeze frame, the cinema. Oof. Camp Arawak. Come for the summer fun, stay for the gender trauma and deeply unethical childcare.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think so too. I stole from the last recording. You're the one. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Bowie was the first one to say, Mel has beef with a 15-year-old kid. I had to put it in there.
He does.
He
like,
does.
That's the best way to put it is beef. There's no genuine concern. There's no actual proof of anything. It's just beef.
Yeah,
But I'm a vegetarian. I
ain't fucking scared of him. Yes. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to go through the characters real quick before we start chit-chatting.
Yes.
Of course, we have Angela Baker, our lead, played by Felissa Rose. She's the survivor of the terrible accident. Her cousin, allegedly. Her cousin, Ricky Thomas, is Angela's protective cousin.
Oh,
I like him.
I love him.
Yes, we love Ricky. Of course, we have Aunt Martha, who is the very eccentric aunt. We have Judy, who is a hypersexualized bully.
Oof.
Yes, I love Judy too.
She is toxic, gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
Yes.
At its core.
She is the antithesis of a girl's girl.
Yes.
She is pick me. She is a pick me.
Is.
Her and Meg both.
Yes.
Speaking of Meg, Kaylani is she is one of the camp counselors, and she is also very pick me. She is in this weird ambiguous relationship with Mel.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there.
Because I looked it up. Mel, he's the camp owner, is 61 years old.
He sure is.
He is 61 years old.
Not my Meg.
Not my Meg. Who else do we have? We have Paul, who is the love interest ? I don't like him. We'll get into that.
He is so baffling.
He is.
Truly.
He's a nice guy. And not like a nice guy, but like a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's that kind of nice guy.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 people, we have Gino.
Oh, Gino.
One of the camp counselors.
That's my guy right there.
And I love Gino. And then Captain Booty Shorts, the other camp counselor, his name is Ron. Or Rob. One of the two. I wrote down Rob, but I think it's Ron.
Yeah, the way that I never remember, because every time he was on screen, I'm like, oh, there he is.
There he is.
His short shorts.
Oh.
And crop top.
I would risk it all for Gino.
Bruh, the random peak of this film is them having the baseball game that means nothing, does not further the plot, does not do anything except to show all of the male counselors in the craziest wardrobe you've ever seen.
Yes.
It's the shortest shorts, the shortest crop tops, just under the tit.
Bellies.
Just under the tit.
Butts, like...
It's all out.
It's all out. It's a meat buffet. Ugh, love it. All right. Let's bitch the pot a little bit.
Let's
spill some tea.
Yeah, this is the fun, weird trivia.
It is.
Because this movie, of course, shocking nobody, has weird trivia.
Of course it does, yeah. First of which, Judy was almost played by Jane Krakowski.
That's so insane. I cannot even picture. You need to Photoshop her into her outfit so that I can picture it.
I need to see her audition.
Yeah.
I absolutely need to see Jane Krakowski's audition. And also, speaking of who plays who, you haven't heard this one before. Young Peter Baker, in like the end, well, I guess, and the beginning, is played by Frank Sorrentino. Now, who is that? The younger brother of Mike the Situation Sorrentino from Jersey Shore.
No, we're not.
I feel like
he
that can't be right, actually. Now that I said that out loud, I'm like, wait a second. Is it the younger brother, or maybe it's like some other relation?
I don't care. You've said it, and so now that's true.
It's honestly
that
probably
is the God's honest truth.
Because how old is
the Situation?
Yeah, when was Jersey Shore big? 2007?
Yeah, like early 2000s.
And they were in their 20s at that point.
Oh my god.
Which means that 80.
They could have a big gap.
They probably could have a big gap, actually.
Could have a big gap.
It is possible.
Friggin', you know who has a big gap? Me. But, Vera Farmiga.
And Thaisa.
Her sister.
Who I thought was her
sister.
Who I thought was her daughter.
I literally, I was like, that has to be her daughter. She looks just like her. And Michael's like, that's her sister. And they're like 20 years apart?
Yeah.
Baffling.
All right.
I hope it's true.
Me too. Let's see. Oh, this one we loved. When Sleepaway Camp first opened, it was the top grossing film in New York, beating out the premiere of Yentl.
I mean, it was the battle of the gender films, and Sleepaway Camp won.
Of course. Sleepaway Camp absolutely
sorry,
won.
Barbara.
Sorry, Babs. Let's see. I checked the Rotten Tomatoes. I was very surprised at this score.
Oh.
And pleasantly so. I didn't expect it to be this high.
Okay.
It was 82%.
For critics?
For critics.
Okay.
Yeah, the audience, I know, right? I thought it would have been the other way around.
High.
The audience view was like, I think it was like 61%.
It's never like that.
I know.
Almost never like that. Yeah.
And so I wrote down...
Especially horror movies. Damn.
Exactly. Especially horror movies like this horror movie.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of reviews. I grabbed some critic reviews and I grabbed some audience reviews.
The audience reviews are always like,
they're
this fucking movie. You know?
Yeah. I had to unfortunately dig through a lot of transphobic shit to find some.
Finally a movie that shows
unfortunately, I know.
That
shows what trans are like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Our first critic review.
I'm so ready.
I pulled good and bad. The good one from Cody Leach, a YouTuber. If there ever was a beautiful disaster, it's Sleepaway Camp.
Oh.
Almost everything about the production is of poor quality, yet there's an undeniable charm and hilarity to its end results. The kills are creative, and the ending will shock you forever.
It sure will.
It sure will.
And if it's not entertaining you, what's the point?
Exactly. What's the point? It could be the most beautiful movie ever.
Yeah.
The production quality can be through the fucking roof.
Like, I'll give you an example. I just watched recently. It was that movie that, you gotta watch it. Finally watched, no shade to this man, but I finally watched Synecdoche, New York, and I was so fucking bored. It's like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I love Philip Seymour Hoffman. I love all these people that are in it. I was so bored. I was like, can someone with a clearly fake knife from Spirit Halloween please just jump out and kill somebody? I'm so bored.
It's like something, please.
Just please. I can only do so much esoteric,
like
musing about my own death for so long. Just kill somebody. I guess I'm horror brained now.
Maybe, but even then, like
sometimes you just want fun,
some drama, shake it up.
Yeah, dead teens,
dead teens, dead children. All right,
fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. All right, so the bad one that I have, this one's short. Okay. Because some critics take themselves too seriously.
Always.
So none of their like bad reviews are actually fun to read.
No.
But this one's short and sweet. Ed Gonzalez from Slant Magazine.
Okay.
Evokes a period in time before Ritalin and common sense. That's it.
Not Ritalin.
That's
Wait
it.
A minute.
What a dated reference,
what do you
right?
mean about Ritalin?
Right?
I'm so confused.
I don't either.
Because I feel like that movie was locked in. I don't know who needed to be on Ritalin.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Common sense, girl. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, it's silly little goose. All right, are you ready for the audience ones?
Please.
Now, before I get into the audience ones, I do have to say, funny enough, so many reviews compared Sleepaway Camp to The Sixth Sense because of the ending being the defining moment.
You know, I kind of get it.
I get it, but it's just so interesting to see those two movies in the same sentence.
Which also spoiled for me. I have not ever seen it.
Oh, you haven't?
Because it was spoiled for me, and I get so angry about spoilers and petty about it.
Same.
That I will eventually see it. But yeah, those were the two. I was like, I know the twist on The Sixth Sense, and I knew the twist on Sleepaway Camp, but it was still fun to watch Sleepaway Camp.
It's so much fun to watch Sleepaway Camp. So
The Sixth Sense, it's so funny to have them in the same
M. Night
sentence.
Shyamalan, and then, oh God, who directed?
I see dead teens.
I see dead teens.
Dead teenagers.
Our fun, our positive reviews, the good audience reviews.
Go.
Pure, glistening, and unapologetic, yet beautifully bizarre slasher sleaze that gives Friday the 13th a run for its money.
Hell yeah.
I enjoyed having each and every one of those words in my mouth as I was reading that. It's just like
The
a perfect
mouthfeel.
sentence. The mouthfeel of that sentence. chef's
Especially
kiss.
now that I've been watching Friday the 13th, I've been yearning for her.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Come on.
I've seen Sleepaway Camp already. I'm kind of ruined.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
Sleepaway Camp is it's the perfect distillation of, I think, what Friday the 13th wants to be, or wanted to be when it started.
Well, because here's what I'll say. Maybe you disagree. Friday the 13th gives me such straight vibes.
Yeah.
And not purposefully, but just very straight. Sleepaway Camp, you watch it and you go, this is the fruitiest shit. Anyone who is any kind of fruity watches Sleepaway Camp and is like, this is not for sis.
This is so
It's so
queer.
fruity. But Friday the 13th is like straight.
Absolutely.
Like plays it straight. Double
So to
entendre,
speak, yeah.
So to speak. But yeah, so yeah,
I love it.
It's Friday the 13th if she were in drag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much that.
Yeah.
Very much that.
Jason in drag. Ooh.
Ooh.
Can you please do a number in Jason drag?
Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees.
Please God. Please God. If only for me.
And I will do it to Rebecca Black's Friday. I'm sure that's not an original thought, but could you imagine?
I need you to do it anyway.
Next review. Amazing, bad, low-budget movie.
Yes.
It's so bad, I have to watch it at least once a year.
Yes, you're so right for that.
This person gets it.
She gets it.
Gets it 100%. Now, are we ready for the bad reviews? To be fair, it's no more brainless than most other 80s slasher flicks. Merely 3 times the camp and 10 times the homoeroticism. Still terrible, though.
Still terrible, though.
Just for clarification.
Wow.
And the last
They're
one.
not wrong.
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
It's, and I don't see how that's a bad thing, actually.
No,
So,
no.
moving on. Disgusting, vile trash marred by atrocious acting and a cynical, cruel tone. The camp value is underscored by the absolutely vile screenplay. Do not watch this piece of garbage. Quite legitimately, the worst film I have ever seen. I'm giving it the lowest rating possible on Rotten Tomatoes, but it deserves a 0. If you're a fan of trash cinema, though, this is the cream of the garbage crop.
Okay, so I only needed to hear the last bit,
Me
and I'm
too.
in. Like, I'm in. Like,
I'm in.
vile screenplay. Also, I do not get the vibe that it's like a mean-spirited movie at all. Because even after the twist is played as like, that's fucking ridiculous. Nobody would do that.
No, yeah.
She is not. That's why it's so important that the aunt is so camp. Is so it's clear.
Yes.
Nobody would fucking do that.
Yes, agreed.
You do not take it seriously from
No.
jump.
Exactly.
Vile.
Vile,
He
I
sounds
know.
like I'm picturing the guy from Ratatouille.
Oh,
The critic.
The one that looks like fucking
Yeah.
Groot
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Despicable
yeah,
Me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Scribbling furiously.
I love how personally offended some people get by this. So
angry.
many. Yes.
And you know what? I haven't looked into it, but I bet, this is a big assumption, but I bet a lot of queer people love it.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to straight people.
Yeah. I will say I did have to also dig through, along with like digging through transphobic stuff, I did have to dig through. And the thing is, I am not going to tell somebody how to feel about a sensitive topic like this. No. But I did come across a lot of people who didn't like it because they thought it was transphobic.
Valid.
And if that is valid, like if that's how you feel, you know, I'm not going to tell you how to feel about it.
Yeah.
But I do think there's a lot more nuance to this that deserves a second look to maybe assess that view a little bit.
And we've
There's
talked
more-
about
yeah.
that, the difference between intent and how things are received.
Yeah.
So you can have honest intent and it's received poorly, or the reverse. Like we've talked about this with like Silence of the Lambs. I
Yes.
love Silence of the Lambs, but that's coming from a place of knowing that like, in the story they deliberately say he's not trans, he's some other kind of weirdo, but all people see is a man in a dress, and that turns into perpetuating that negative shit. And so I get it. I had a friend who I was telling about, it's actually a mutual friend, but I was talking about like, oh, we're watching Sleepaway Camp, and the person was like, oh, I'd never seen it. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, yeah, I heard about the twist. And I said, that's enough for me. And I was like, valid. I get it. Honestly, yeah. I get it, because for you personally, probably hits different. Yeah.
And totally understand that.
Yeah.
100%. So that is consider the pot bitched.
Oh my gosh.
Tea
the reviews
spilled.
were a great addition.
Thank you.
I always love hearing what people think about it.
Me too.
I really wish like Letterboxd existed back when this like first came out. Can you imagine Letterboxd reviews?
Girl, this would have been
like
trending.
1.5 stars, Slay Boots house down. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Good for her.
Good for her. Good for her.
I realize should we do a quick kill count? Let's take a second just to talk about all of the fun deaths in this movie, right? Of course, we have the alleged boat accident at the beginning of the film, where we kill John, and we find out whatever Peter's sister's name was, because it wasn't Angela.
No.
Angela.
That was too on the nose.
Yeah, Angela just came into Aunt Martha's head one day, so we had them too.
Yep.
Jeffrey Epstein did not die, unfortunately.
No, he didn't. It was a good attempt.
So the next person to die then is that fucker that flips over the canoe when they all go skinny dipping.
No one has ever deserved it more. If you flip a fucking canoe, there's a special place in hell for you.
Yeah.
As someone who grew up in the middle of nowhere, like, if you flip a canoe, you deserve every bad thing.
Of course, especially if you're trying to.
That scene of them popping up.
Oh, just like popping up, and he's just like, yeah.
Yes.
So he dies. Finding his body, it was pretty cool with a lifeguard. That's just throwing chairs and shit like that.
So pissed.
And then who's next after that? After that, we have.
Bees, is it?
I think it is Bees.
It is Bees.
Bees is next.
Another crazy, random, unique kill. What is it about slasher movies? Because I've been seeing this all through Friday the 13th and all this. What is it about slasher movies and having kills in the bathroom? And I understand you're at your most vulnerable.
Exactly.
In the bathroom,
yeah.
But like the scenes that they craft are too long.
Like dropping a bee's nest into a fucking bathroom stall.
I don't need to see the guy sitting down and being like
pulling his shorts down. Yeah, I gotta take a wicked dump.
I don't need all that. I really don't. Like, please.
Just drop the bees and dip. Come on.
Just drop them in.
Yeah.
We're this far away. It's like when people piss in movies and it's just the loudest like fried chicken noise.
Yeah.
And it goes on for so. You're like, why?
Unless it's Dennis Quaid in The Substance.
Okay,
that's great because we're like, he's got a problem there, buddy.
Yeah. Every other time you're like, what did that do for me?
Exactly. Oh, so this person has bodily functions. Cool. I guess that's nice. Finally, it's nice to see myself represented on camera. I too shit and pee.
No, I gotta pee. I'm halfway through this movie. Now I gotta piss.
Yeah. So we have Billy with the bees in the bathroom. That one's pretty fun. Gets locked in the stall, and then after that. Is Meg, which is one of your favorites.
I love that one because it's so gory, but also not at all.
Mm-hmm.
You see very little. It's mostly it's giving early Halloween movies where Friday the 13th came out the gate with like, we're showing you the blood and the knife going in the person.
Thank you, Savini.
Halloween was like, he will literally put his knife through this teenager so that they are strung up on the wall, but there will be no blood.
Yeah.
And so you see the blood and you see the knife and you see her being stuck to the thing, but like strung up, like precarious, so that when he pulls and it just the body just falls down.
Not my Meg.
I'm like, fuck these other kids. Apparently, it's only Meg that matters.
If you ever hear me just uttering "not my Meg,"
it's
gonna enter. Like I'm gonna drop my ice cream cone. Not my Meg.
Not my Meg. I didn't make him for you. It's got the same vibe.
It is. And after Meg, that's when we get the 4 little shitty campers, who are the 4 kids. They threw sand on Angela after she got tossed into the
They
lake.
did. They did.
They get axed up to death in the middle of the woods.
Deserved.
Yeah, fuck them kids. And then after that we get Judy. And then Paul.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not that many considering other slasher films, but
great.
all great.
There's
deaths.
not a single, apart from maybe the 4 little shits that get hacked up in the woods because we don't see anything happen.
Yeah, it
I don't
feels...
think there's anything that I particularly don't like or find joy in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all interesting to some degree.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's just talk about the film. Before we get into all of the themes and stuff, there's something I do want to talk about because I know I'm going to forget about it if I don't. And I know you're going to be in the same boat with me on this. I love a cold open, right? I think it's pretty much become just like the standard right now for most movies. We're going to get a cold open, and the credits are either going to be like its own thing or happening while we're watching some action, whatever.
Because every movie has like 8 of the production house bumpers before.
Yeah.
And then they'll go in.
Yeah. With this, what I love is it immediately opens with a zinger of a score.
Oof.
And we're right in the credit sequence.
Yep.
And just, we need more of that, please. In horror especially.
Amen.
Cold open, sure, if it works for your movie, go for it. But I just love jumping right on into a just orchestral tension.
I wrote in my notes, there's something about the stinger and like 120 point Times New Roman font, not giving you anywhere else to look or think about. You're just your popcorn's everywhere already.
Exactly.
You know exactly how this movie's gonna be.
Yep.
So yes, so agree.
So I just had to throw that out there, everybody. The score to this movie is chef's kiss.
Oh, I love it. It's
chef's
so good.
Kiss.
It's kind of like, I wish they wouldn't do cold opens. The cold opens start getting really long, but it's like Friday the 13th. Those openings are so funny. They're so camp. I love them. Where it's just like they explode. But like, do that first. You know? It's just so iconic.
Crashing through the window with like the disco remix of the Harry Manfredini's score, you know?
We also need to do more. We have to go back to making funny songs for the ends of horror movies.
Yes.
So like the Freddy rap from whichever nightmare.
Oh God! Was it Dream Warriors? No, Dream Warriors had that.
Another one.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah, there was another one where it's like Freddy's back, and there's like clips of Freddy being like, "That's me." Like we got to go back to that.
That was that had to be either 4 or 5.
Yeah,
because I don't think
Dream
it was
Child,
Freddy's
Dream
dead.
Master,
Yeah. But
So
yes, I just had to
agree.
throw that out there. So.
Agree.
All right, where should we start with this? There's so much to go into.
Well, yeah, I will say I had told you that I had highlighted my notes based on 3 major themes. One is obvious because it's just Angela. I had notes about Angela as a person.
I think Angela's a good place to start because she's kind of our point of reference throughout the whole thing. So one thing that I find very fascinating is we don't hear Angela speak until like 31 minutes into the film.
Yeah. It's like WALL-E.
It is like WALL-E. But we're comparing it to Sixth Sense. We're comparing it to WALL-E. What else?
It's versatile.
Yeah.
What can you say?
She is very alluring in a way too. You said it, just like the way she stares at you with those big eyes. You can tell that the lights are on and someone's home, but the doors are locked.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
She managed to never look like totally blank. I compared her to, I feel like if there was a remake, they would cast her anyway. But I was saying that she's giving very strong Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
In Stranger Things, like that very intense stare where it's not vacant, but it's also like, it's unnerving to people. They don't like it. They really don't like it.
Or people are like curious about it. Like I think one of the reasons why like Judy and Meg are both so aggressive with Angela is because she's effortlessly pulling attention from these boys. Yeah. And to your point, she's not performing femininity the same way these other girls are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just existing. She's kind of like tabula rasa, honestly. She's like a complete blank slate for everybody to project whatever bullshit they want onto her.
That's so true.
And the only person who doesn't is Ricky. Ricky's the only, which I think it's crucial that we have Ricky as a character.
Yes.
Because he is such a grounding point of like always will be there to defend her, is not going to hear nothing about people talking about her. He checks everybody at that camp, whether they're a boy or a girl. He does not give a fuck. So I think it's a good foil for her, because otherwise we would just get lost in like everyone hates her.
Yeah.
Or is like trying to fuck her. You know what I mean?
Well, and it's also, I think, just from a plot perspective, it helps having another potential person who could be the killer. Because throughout the movie, the people that die, you know, they are all people that have personally done something to Angela. And every single time one of these people does something to Angela, Ricky is also there witnessing it and protecting her from it. So it's almost setting us up to believe that Ricky is this protective cousin who is going to do anything to protect Angela.
Yeah, it could go one of two ways. It's the creepy, off-putting girl hurting everyone who harms her, or it's the very defensive sibling, whatever, cousin.
Sibling like figure.
Yeah. And so you're right, it is like important to have that, because then we have Mel exploding on him
gosh.
when he has no evidence that he's done anything. But again, it's reinforcing that like it could be him. He's been around,
especially, and they did this out of necessity, because again, Felicity Rose's mom did not want her daughter to be actively acting in any of these scenes where somebody was getting killed. So what they did is they had Jonathan Tiersten, the actor who played Ricky, they used his hands and they used him in those scenes. So even though they did that out of the respect and wishes of the mother and of Felissa, it also added another layer to that like red herring thing.
Yeah.
Especially in the scene with Judy, when Judy gets killed.
Yeah.
And we see the figure standing in the cabin doorway, and she's like, "Who are you?" And this scene was not meant to be seen in like high definition 4K, because like if you watch it now, it's very obviously Ricky in a wig.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was meant to be like, no, you couldn't see this person's face, and there was some ambiguity around it.
Yeah.
Now you're just like, oh, I guess Ricky's the killer, and then later you find out that's not true. But I'm glad it's Angela. I'm very glad that it was, in fact, Angela, because there's something that I love about A Quiet Bitch Who Is Deadly. You know, I think it's very fun.
Yeah, Carrie vibes.
Very Carrie vibes. Well, it's also, like, it's interesting, like, when she's being attacked and bullied and all that stuff, with the exception of when she's getting picked up and thrown into the lake, she is very passive.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot tell there's anything going on. It's almost like you know, being told as like a queer person, as a woman or whatever, that your anger and your rage is not valid, that you can't express it. You can very much see that kind of demeanor on Angela every single fucking time somebody does something to her. She like shuts down.
Yeah, and I think it shows the difference too between like male aggression and female aggression, as it's like approved by society. Like, everyone likes to play this game of like, well, boys are different than girls. Boys are straightforward. They'll have a fight and then they'll be over it. And girls will hold a grudge over their head forever. And I'm like, have you ever once thought about why that is? And not that maybe they came out that way, and more about how we raise them? Because girls don't have, and I mean, they show you that in the movie constantly of like, the boys playing sports, that part
shit.
Where they're all piling on each other in the cabin, like they're
hazing each
other. Very
other.
physical, and very like clear. But like the girls, they can only do that in quiet, and like it works with the camp because they can say shit to each other without an adult being around. And that's the only way that they're allowed to is by being catty and bitchy. Because if a girl was gonna hit somebody, like, that's not okay. Like, I learned that at a very young age. I was very, because of trauma, I was very aggressive. I was very angry. And my parents put me in karate because I was so aggressive.
Damn,
because I was angry. And like, I had a reason to be, but because I was raised a girl, it was like, oh, that's not.
You're not allowed to be
We don't
angry.
do that. No. Like, there was a girl who called me blubberface, and I punched her.
Nice.
And I didn't remember that. And then later in life, she was like, hey, do you remember when you did that? And I said, no, but you kind of deserved it. And she said, I know I did.
Yep. Well, I'm glad that y'all came to that agreement later. Yeah.
But that is very much shown in this film.
Yeah.
And the boys, when they're rebuked or whatever, they immediately are like, fuck you. And then they, like Ricky especially too. It's
Oh.
like, if he feels the type of way, he's going to tell you.
Stream of expletives from Ricky's
Oh
face.
my
I
God,
love
I
it.
love it.
I
love
it.
him. Also, when the two boys are just bickering with Angela in the middle when they're at the like dance thing.
Oh gosh.
And
yeah.
they're just like, where he's like, Angela, so like,
why are you
what's
so
wrong
fucked
with
up?
you? Why are you so
Yo, Angela, why are you so fucked up?
Yo, Angela,
he
why are you
literally
so fucked
says
up? Literally a line in the film, and Angela doesn't even look at him. And I'm like,
Nope.
good for her. I would have broke.
Yeah, I would have broke
Been
too.
like, what do
But
you
it's like,
mean?
considering all of that, and then adding the other layer of Angela, living her life as a gender that she may or may not
Yeah.
identify with,
Yeah.
all of that rage and all that, like, no wonder.
Yeah.
No wonder she fucking pulled the chair out from that fucking chef. Can we talk about that for a second,
Oh,
too?
I wish you would.
Oh, I wish you would.
Because, I mean, first of all, that's one of the first fucking things we see is they introduce us to the campers and the camp counselors. And it is revealed to us that apparently the chef is a raging pedophile.
And shamelessly so. Jeffrey Epstein, everybody. Jeffrey.
How dare
Jeffrey
you?
fucking
How
Epstein.
dare you release the Jeffrey files?
The files, I know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that child corn.
Well, wait. Quite literally.
He's making corn in the movie,
I mean,
everybody.
literally, he like says something about like.
Where I come
Sorry,
from, they call them baldies.
And the other guy just turns and is like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Well, but no. The fucking the guy that's James Earl Jones's father?
Yeah, which
It's a very much one of those like, oh, boys will be boys kinds of mentality. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, they're too young to know what you're even talking about.
and you're like, "Wait, is that wait?"
It's like, are you playing dumb or are you like protecting a predator? Right
Yeah,
now?
I don't
Like,
know what's happening.
Sometimes the movie from the get-go just gives you exactly who's going to get it first.
Yeah.
And this one is like the most satisfying because I can't fathom any world in which the filmmakers were like, we want the audience to root for this guy. I could not imagine that that's the thing.
So them being like, so he's a pedophile, so you won't feel bad.
Uh-huh.
He is gonna, and also if you didn't believe that, here's a pot that is so goofily big. There's no way that it's not a prop in something. There's no way. It's like
no.
a point and click game where the thing is like a different color than everything
And you have to
else.
highlight it. And stuff like, yeah.
That's what it feels like. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
It's like that is definitely, we are supposed to pay attention to that. Yeah.
Jeffrey is going in the pot.
Yeah. Jeffrey is going in the pot. Or the pot's going on Jeffrey is what happens.
Yeah.
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 The best part is he salted that water first before it got dumped on him, so you know it hurt extra bad.
Truly salt in the wound.
Yeah. Oh, but here's the only thing, and I'm torn on this.
Yeah.
Everybody else in this movie dies.
Yeah.
The chef, as far as we know,
Yeah.
does not. He gets carried away in an ambulance.
Which I kind of almost like better weirdly
Because he has
he's
to
gonna
live.
suffer. They take him out on that gurney and he is screaming.
His hands are literally like they're like 90 degrees, like just straight up the entire time, and he's just like, ah.
And the movie does this a lot, where they let a moment play out, where they go, no, nobody move. We're gonna let them react, and it's him like with all the people like watching him go by, and then there's also in the beginning with the alleged boat accident. Where they said, just start screaming and we'll tell you when to stop.
Oh,
Because
gosh.
she's just for so long, and it's so good.
long.
They could have cut it. They could have edited it.
And I'm so glad they didn't.
And they didn't. So, yeah. So I'm like, you know
so
what?
glad.
Let that man be a human casserole for the rest of his life.
Yeah, the special effects also look pretty great on this.
Oh,
It's so nasty.
yeah.
It's so nasty.
That's
He
one of the
deserved it.
things that gets me in movies. Not like a I can't watch it, but burns. Oh, when
Yeah.
they're so often done very well.
Yes.
It's like
And I will say one thing that I also appreciate about as much as I fucking hate these kinds of characters,
Yeah.
I do love the fact, and I don't know if this is intentional or not, but as queer people, oftentimes we are frequently accused of being groomers and pedophiles.
Yep.
And I think the fact that we have who I assume is a cis hetero, that type of character in this otherwise very queer movie getting his comeuppance, and he happens to be not queer. That's what makes me feel like this movie does things not in bad spirit, in good spirit, you know?
Well, and they do the same thing. We were just talking about this with the OG Toxic Avenger. They have those teens in the car.
Yeah.
And she's just saying a bunch of slurs and shit.
Expletive,
and then they
yeah.
immediately get wrecked.
Yeah.
And like, that's like your way of like, oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
And they're getting absolutely mincemeat.
You know what cracks me up too is the fact like that's what you're holding on to as like this, they're gonna die, instead of the part that they literally run over a fucking child.
They sure did.
On a bike.
They sure
And
did.
they're like 10 points if you get his head, Larry, or whatever his Bo, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very nice to see. I was about
Vigilante
to say
justice.
Vigilante justice. I was gonna say like see groomers and predators being depicted the way that they normally are in reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. What else did you want to say about Angela?
We stand a nonverbal autistic queen.
Honestly.
Everyone in this movie is just about having autistic riz. And
Honestly,
that everybody is so, they're like, damn, she doesn't talk. Why is she so weird? And then 5 minutes later, they're like, damn, she doesn't talk.
Yeah, risen with the tism, baby.
Yeah, literally. Which is like, also it's a trauma movie, weirdly, at its heart.
Yeah.
Because allegedly,
Allegedly.
in the boat accident, like some bad shit happened, and Angela was there for that.
Lost everything.
You know, there's those few like dream sequences that are very like genuinely scary to me in the way that they're so simple, where it's like a kid in a bed and there's like nothing around. It's just like a bed and empty
Oh, it's like
space.
this black void and all that stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, it really is kind of like if you've experienced trauma, or like the way it clocks to me a lot in the movie is it seems like dissociation.
Yes.
Where something is going on, but she's not with us
You're
in the
right,
present moment.
Because that the sequence that you're talking about happens when she's on the beach with Paul. Paul. And this is when he's doing one of his fuckboy things. So they start, like, they're flirting, they're running, they're playing, they're kissing and stuff like that. And then he tackles her, and then he starts kissing her, and then he starts feeling her up, and she says no. And then he says, come on, Angela, I'm not doing nothing. And he continues doing what he's doing, like trying to unbutton her blouse and kissing on her. And that's when the dissociation starts. So I agree with you. I think it is very much just kind of like that, like trauma response, like removing from the gig.
Yeah, exactly. So it's more than just like, you know, she's scary and evil. It's like there's some complex things going on in that little human's head.
Yeah.
And they have been passed off from their original family to God knows what with this new crazy aunt. And so, yeah, and I feel like, again, you got to give it to Felissa because at such a young age, she was very much channeling that.
Yeah.
Like, at no point do I ever have this feeling of like, oh, she's evil and like she's gonna kill people because she's evil.
Yeah.
Like, I never got that vibe. Not that that would have been a problem.
No.
I love an evil bitch, but
it's nice to see a more nuanced thing. Well, and here's another thing. Like, if, like, had there not been that nuance to it, do you think that the ending would have had the same kind of reception? Do you think that it would have felt the same? You know, if she was masking as an evil person, I think it might have put us in like a dress to kill situation where it's like she is this evil human being because she is a trans woman, quote unquote, versus like this is a child who has experienced so much trauma over the last 8 years, and like this is just the breaking point, so to speak, you know?
yeah, because I think the way to view this movie, it's one of those things, right, where it's like those like broke woke bespoke memes where it's like there's different levels. There's an iceberg of like opinions about this movie. And if you start and end at, I don't want to engage with it, it's triggering, totally fine.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you could work up the ladder and be like, where I'm at on the ladder has gotten to a point where it's like, to me, this movie, it should be shown to cis people as a way of explaining that dysphoria isn't just for trans people.
Yes.
Because Angela, aka Peter, is not actually a girl and spends the whole movie trapped as this form that she's he's been put into.
Yeah.
He's very sort of inert for most of the movie. It's not like he's out there like, hey. And so I would say that he's experiencing dysphoria. He's not a girl. He doesn't identify as a girl. Because we see that scene where that crazy monologue
with Aunt Martha,
which is so iconic, where she's like, yeah, I have a boy already,
so
I'm not gonna have another one.
Angela, I like that name, don't you, Peter?
Yeah, just like assigns it to her. And I think that monologue is like, they did not intend it to be this like poignant, but it is so weirdly poignant that really it's just an adult in your life who decides the entire course of your life.
Yeah.
By being like, you are now this gender and you have this name.
Yep.
And like the whole movie, it's just like if you're a cis person and you're forced to dress away or identify in a way that you don't naturally identify with, that's dysphoria.
Yeah.
And so the important things are that Angela is not trans. Peter is not trans.
Yeah.
The aunt is insane.
Yes.
Also, nobody does this. This is why the movie being so camp is so important.
Yes.
Because if you go into this movie and think that it's like a fucking Scared Straight Reefer Madness type shit, where it's like the danger of trans people and woke parents, it's like, nobody's out here like her. Nobody's out here like like Miss Thing.
And the unfortunate thing
out of their
is,
kids.
the unfortunate thing is, like, had it been played straight and not campy, like, that would have been exactly how conservative people think, like, you know, liberal and like queer people are trying to operate. Like, we're trying to forcibly trans people.
Yeah.
And so you're right that campiness and that eccentricity of Aunt Martha is crucial to that that message. And it's so interesting because I think most people appreciate her performance, but there are some people that are like, that acting is so bad and over the top, and it's like, no, it has to be.
Yeah, it
has to be.
To me, it's key, because the kids don't need to be playing it up. They're kids,
exactly.
But she sets the tone immediately.
Yes.
And if she's like a fucking straightforward, I don't know, Miss Trunchbull character, like, you're gonna be like, oh, like, it gives more of a dour tone, like that reviewer was talking about. Meanwhile, I saw that and I said, oh, I know exactly what kind of movie this is, what it's gonna be. And I appreciate that in a movie when they tell you right away.
Me too.
I don't think they're hiding it. I don't think Sleepaway Camp is like, what? You didn't think it was like peak art house cinema? Like, girl, if you really think that they think that, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, even before we get to Aunt Martha with the boating accident,
oh my god,
that whole sequence in itself is OTT as well, over the top. The diva on the back of the boat crying, water skiing, just begging them to stop, while the two people in the boat are playing mommy and daddy and like doing the whole like gender role, can you drive, like,
yes, yeah, I wrote that down, that part where she's like, oh, it's bigger than my dad's, like the boat. I was like, oh, we are putting our finger in all these pies on purpose right away.
Yeah.
It's so goofy. And then of course this horrible accident is the cause of these goofy ass teenagers.
Yep.
It's like, this is gonna be the movie.
This is gonna
enjoy.
Be it. And then the reactions to the death, you have the one guy who's just like, John. And then you have one of my favorite bitches in this movie, this diva just sitting, screaming.
Oh my God! Somebody help the people! Oh my God, we need help! Oh my God!
For like, what feels like 5 minutes. It's so... It doesn't take itself too seriously right off of the bat, and I love that.
You're right. The zoom in and the John is so... You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Someone purposefully made that shot and edited that shot.
Well, and here's what else you have. You have two ends of the spectrum. You have a deadpan just, John. And then you have somebody screaming bloody murder at the top of their lungs.
Floating child. Like, across. Oh my
God. The life vest bubbling up. And
in the bloody water. I'm like, yes, please.
Yes.
I'm so ready for this.
Yeah, so it set up that tone really well. Aunt Martha, crucial to the campiness of it all, so
and also
to speak.
Performing her own specific gender roles. It's giving like coked out 50s housewife.
It is.
Of like, you kids go off to camp so that mommy can have some alone time and clean the house while I'm on speed.
And they wouldn't believe I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor, which she is. That's how they get their like. There's like little breadcrumbs that you get throughout the movie that like when you rewatch it, you're like, oh, okay. Like they're pointing to Angela, like the true nature of Angela's character, and one of them is Aunt Martha just being like, yeah, I forged your physical documents because I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
And they know that I'm a doctor. They don't know I'm batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
And she remembered it because she tied string on her finger. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Don't know.
She's like, now I remember.
The fucking little remember thing. Again, there's no way that you see that and you go, oh yes.
Yeah, that's
completely serious.
That's exactly what they're doing.
I'm like, girl, they peppered in all these little things because they were like, oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of it is so goofy. It's like you send kids to camp. Kids are already so... I mean, I honestly think that they nail the, like, age dynamic as well.
Oh,
like,
God,
that
they
whole
do.
bit of them getting there and him being like, wait till you see Judy's tits. And then Peter's like... And I love that Peter is so aloof.
Wait, are you talking about Peter, Paul... Oh, no, Ricky.
Ricky and Ricky and Judy.
Yeah.
It's so rare that you get a character who actually, in those older like slasher films, who is so nonplussed by the main hot girl, and he's basically like, I don't give a shit about your tits, you're mean. What does he say to her when they're like alone in the woods because she did something, and he says something to her and he's like, Judy, you're such a bitch or something. It's so like straightforwardly like,
and you know what I like
such
about
a bad
that?
person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what I like about that is like she does look genuinely hurt after that.
She does.
Like that's the one moment of true like humanity we get
Yeah.
out of Judy.
Because what to give them their flowers, in a manner of speaking, men are also objectified in those movies because they are one brain-celled organisms that only have one use and only one thing they want to do. And so they are treated unfairly in that way as well because they're always made out to be these like feral sex
Just
fiends.
horn dogs, yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that in this we get like different shades of that, flavors of that.
Yeah. Well, and I think another thing that they did to go back to the age, like nailing the age dynamic, they used real kids.
Yeah.
This isn't the CW. These are like actual 10-year-old kids. Yeah. And what I like too, and I wrote this down, like talking about like the horniness of this movie, is with slashers, there's almost always an element of horny. But this isn't sleazy horny, nor is it exploitative horny. This genuinely, like, in a weird way, is the kind of horny that reminds me of like what horny was like when I was 13.
It's coming of age.
Inexperienced, green, curious sex motivation, not just like, I just want to fuck, you know?
Yeah, it's coming of age, hitting puberty, no idea what's going on. Some boys are on one level, other boys are on a different level. You know, clearly Paul is on one level, and he is such an interesting character because he's so promising. He clearly like has gotten some idea of how to be like chivalrous, and then quickly his just like pubescent shitty boy brain takes over and is like, well, why won't you put out? You're just like, ugh. But then meanwhile you have Ricky, who isn't like that.
Yeah.
And so it's not to say like they're all like that, but it feels worse because there was promise there. You thought, oh, maybe he does still have the innocence and the genuine,
he's like a
well-meaning,
good chivalrous. But he's one of those kids where it could go either way. Yeah. But I do, and I stand by the statement. I've already said it. He is like the nice guy, the guy that is nice because he's expecting to get results that he wants. And that's what I don't like about him. I am not a Paul fan. I do like that how he first approaches Angela. He's very kind to her and not pressuring her, and like that's what prompts her to speak for the first time. But after that, it's just all of these things where I feel like he's testing her boundaries.
Yeah.
And in a way that is, there's no consent and there's no respect for any kind of boundaries that she puts up, you know? Like when he kisses her after their first date and he's like, I'm sorry, I hope you don't mind that I did that. Can I have another one? I'm like, then you're clearly not sorry that you did that.
Yeah.
You're saying that you're sorry because you feel like it's socially acceptable for you to apologize for that. But you're hoping that by saying that you're sorry, she's just going to grant you a pass and you can keep doing what you're doing, you know? And what I like, though, about how they portray Paul is there's a lot of men out there that are like that. Yeah. That
it starts young.
Exactly.
Young.
Exactly.
And it gives the idea that, like, it introduces early that he and Ricky, like, maybe if they were closer all the time and not just at camp, he would start to turn out more like Ricky.
Yes.
Because I think he starts to treat Angela well because he's following Ricky's lead. And then once Ricky is kind of out of the picture and he's got her around his finger, so he thinks,
or alone,
then it's like, oh, it doesn't matter. And also it is giving also, if she doesn't say no, it's consent.
Exactly.
Which is like, you know, like we all know how problematic that is.
100%.
But also it's just sort of like Angela / Peter doesn't think he can say no. Like,
well, and it's also like maybe it's a fight, flight, freeze kind of thing where it's like, you know, I have unfortunately been in situations where men have treated me that way, and I didn't feel like I froze.
Yeah.
That I could not, and I think that's probably why I don't like Paul actually, because I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like sometimes it's just like you don't feel like you can say no, and it truly sucks. It truly sucks. So, I do grieve the promise that Paul brought, but I'm also happy to see that we get to see this behavior on screen, and
it's very realistic.
It is very realistic, and he does die. he gets head.
Okay, but arguably he's the most like iconic death.
I mean, he's attached to the moment.
Oh my god, that scene.
This is the moment.
Yeah, and her finally being like, "Oh, I'll give you what you want.
Yeah,
you think you want it. I'll give you what you think you want."
Well, and it's also so funny because Angela looks normal and standard. Is just like, meet me at the lake after the social. And it seems fine. And then when she gets there with Paul, she looks fucking crazy. Her hair is messed up. Like, she is clearly not in the right, but Paul is just like, you know, she's like, take off your clothes. And he's just like, oh, it's happening. So he ignores all of the red flags here.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah, which also I think is kind of a fun little subversion on the whole she was asking for a thing.
Yeah.
He was asking for it.
And also I feel like if Ricky had been there, he would have clocked that something was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
He would have been like, Angela, you look a mess. You know, like affectionately, you look a mess. What's going on?
For sure.
Because he does that in the rest of the movie. Meanwhile, Paul doesn't give a fuck.
Doesn't give a fuck. He I feel like he doesn't, with the exception of the first conversation they have at that first social, Paul does not pick up on any other of Angela's cues.
No.
At all.
No.
And then he fucking turns around and makes out with Judy in the woods.
And that's when Ricky is like, you're a bad person.
Yeah, you're a bad person, Judy.
Which I just love. It's like, you know, sometimes people just need to be told, you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially by someone that they have been desperate to get to like them.
That's true, but I have a genuine question for you, because I do want to talk about Judy for a bit.
Yeah.
Do you think Judy is a bad person, or do you think, I mean, it might be that nice combo of like victim but also an actor of, you know, it's like the hurt people kind of thing. This is
such a weird way to say it. You know how they I'm so excited. This really gives away my entire like algorithm in life. You know how you ever know how psychiatrists and psychologists will not diagnose kids under a certain age with like psychopathy or sociopathy?
No, I did not know that.
They don't do that because their brains aren't finished developing.
Oh yeah.
And there are so many things that kids do that can be seen as low empathy, sociopathic, psychopathic, because kids are learning to be people.
And sometimes they're mimicking behavior that they see.
Exactly.
Or a lot of times they're mimicking.
And so sometimes that switch hasn't been flipped yet.
Yeah.
And I kind of think about that with characters like this, because we just watched Jason Takes Manhattan, which I'll say right up front, Jason does not take Manhattan.
Jason takes the ferry.
Jason takes the ferry
Yeah.
to Manhattan, which he spends a few minutes beating people up there, but he did not take anybody anywhere.
And let's not forget that, Manhattan, famous for flushing toxic waste through the sewers at midnight every night.
You know what? I believe it. I said,
Just dumping it into the East River.
I said, we really are doing a Toxie narrative now. Okay.
Honestly.
Okay. But there's a character in that also is very that way, where it's like she fucking bumps her off the ship. And it's her friend is like, what the fuck? But her friend is staying with her because it's clear that her friend is like, well, she likes me. And like, what if no one else likes me? Like, people, not to say, there are things that you understand if you were raised a girl that you can never understand if you weren't raised a girl. And that's not about like, you're not being an ally strong enough.
Yeah.
But it's like, people just don't understand like the work that is put into subliminally making you a obedient woman. And there's just all these tiny, tiny little things that are just like peppered in. And so often you see characters in media, and often they are overblown to a certain extent. Yeah. Like, I would say Judy.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's not like I didn't grow up with Judies. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's not like those people don't exist. And yeah, I think at that moment in time, she's a bad person.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
She did some bad shit. She has malintent, all that stuff.
Yes. She has let the demons win.
Yes.
And summer camp seems like a horrible place to let all of that toxic, negative shit just fester in the wilderness where their parents aren't around.
Unsupervised for most of the part.
Yeah. But
literally feral in the woods.
Literally, there's like 3 counselors that occasionally wander in to screen like, you kids doing okay? All right, bye. So it's that thing, right, where it's like, I wouldn't give up on her, but I do think she needs someone like Ricky to be like, you're a little fucked up right now.
Yeah.
And you need someone to tell you that. Importantly, someone that you want to like you. Because sometimes that's what it takes. Yeah. Is being knocked down a peg by someone you look up to.
Yes.
And I think Ricky knows that. And it's also like more hard hitting because they used to date.
That's
it's
true.
It's kind of giving this like,
like
I wonder why they're not going steady anymore. Because like,
well, and it's like, I think there's this vibe through the first half of the movie where Judy is not giving Ricky the time of day because she thinks that she is too good for him now. Yeah. And I think in that moment, she recognizes it's the other way around. She is not good enough for him. Yes. And that goes back to something that you pointed out last time, where like Judy and Meg both are all just gender performance. Yeah. Judy's entire shtick is just like being this hot girl. She wears her shirt with her name over the tits.
That is so good. We should all start doing that.
But I think it's one of those things where, going back to how we said she's not a girl's girl, and that's why she's very much in that pick-me state of mind. And when you're being a pick-me, it does not matter. You come first, and that's it,
And you know what? To a certain degree, I was very much, it'll surprise no one to hear, I was very much not in that camp. I was in the camp of, oh, you're so funny. Yeah, it's because I was fat and ugly. Yes. Like so I had to work what I had. Yes. If you are hot and you know you're hot, which has no effect on like being a good person.
No, not at all.
If you know that people find you stereotypically attractive, she's going to use it. She's going to go, oh, this is how people receive me. Pretty privilege is a thing. Yes. I'm going to use it. And so
this has value. This is currency.
Yeah.
In society. Yeah.
Her way of leveraging away from her vulnerability. And like, there's something to be said for that. But also, we do love, I feel like media is the place where we go to bash hot girls because we can't do it in life. You know what I mean? And so like you go to movies and stuff to be like, oh, fucking, I feel like a great example is what's her name from fucking Mean Girls?
Regina George.
Regina George. She is the key version of that, where everyone wants to be her friend, but she's awful, and you love to hate her when you watch it. And it's just so clear that she's like, she's trying to figure out how to not be vulnerable in a world where being a girl makes you vulnerable. And yeah, so it's interesting that you ask about Judy like that, because I do think, like, on the surface it's easy to be like, oh, fuck her.
Exactly.
But then especially the way she's killed.
Let's talk about that, because
my God, please.
This is the kill of the movie, everybody. And what's funny about it?
It works up to it.
It works up to it. The most impressive part for me is all of the other kills. We get wonderful effects. We have like drowning, we have burns, we have bee stings, all this shit. The shower with Meg. This one, we don't see anything. No. It is all implied. It's very Nosferatu.
Yes,
with like the German expressionism. With like the shadow on the walls.
Yeah.
She gets first off, she gets sucker punched, which that actually makes me feel bad. I hate seeing like there's
women get just
decked.
Punched.
Like it's so weird being like a horror fan and like I love like Tatum and Scream. I just fucking love I love seeing that bitch get stuck in a garage door and crushed. But if I see a woman getting punched, that's rough. For some reason that like really gets to me. So seeing Judy get punched, immediately my empathy like shot through the roof. And then she gets suffocated. Well, she gets a pillow over her face, and the pièce de résistance, so to speak,
God,
because she's curling her hair. That curling iron, while still on, it goes somewhere
between me down there.
In the between me down there. Yeah, baby.
Which also has layers if you wanted to put your tinfoil hat and read all the way into it. You know, the fact that girls don't really do that to other girls. Typically, they don't punch them. Punching is not the first line of defense.
Like a slap or a hair grab.
It's a slap or a scratch or like something, hitting them with an object. A lot of that, as opposed to just brute force,
just
punching.
Like knock to the face.
Yeah, so it's kind of like interesting because it's like showing us in that moment that Angela isn't really Angela.
Well, and it's also like, let's go even further on that note. Like, the curling iron situation is also something that it's assault, you know? And that's something that traditionally a woman or a girl wouldn't do to another girl. So,
I actually saw a movie. I won't say what it is because I don't want to like spoil it for anybody. And if I say it, it'll spoil it. But there was a fascinating bit in a movie I saw recently where it was so fucked up, but it was so smart in that horrible way where a woman is like, well, we have to fake an assault because then they'll think a man did it. And you're like, oh, because it's so true. Because like girls you just know, even if you hate somebody, you know what that feels like, what that's like, even if it's ever happened to you, you are tapped into that. And so to do that to someone else, you have to either really hate them, like it's real personal, or you're trying to do what a man would do. You know, it's power. It's totally power. And it's like, it's really interesting.
I will say, though, in the same vein of like talking about how Meg and Judy are very into like the performative femininity, I also believe that Billy and his bunk of boys, and I mean, going back into the the homoeroticism of it all, there's like a performative masculinity that we see there too. Especially in the baseball game, I think we really get to see that. And that's why I don't mind that it's so long, because it's like we get to see this like dynamic of boys being boys, so to speak. And seeing people who are just like naturally comfortable in like who they are, like Gino and Ricky, and then these other boys who are very clearly, I think, projecting, like Billy and his bungalow of butt buddies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the fact that Ricky doesn't get along with a lot of the other guys, you never question that he's a boy for all intents and purposes.
No.
But he doesn't get along with the other boys who are all serving one kind of boy.
Yes.
And so it is interesting. It's again, his character continues to be so fascinating to me.
Ricky's
because
wonderful.
If he wasn't there, it would like make a lot of things, I think, less either impactful or like more, as we had said before, mean-spirited. And that way that person said, because it's like, no, there are good people and you can be loved no matter what, like whatever. And like, who's to say? Maybe Ricky knows that.
Yeah, I was wondering, because we
Martha's,
talked about this.
Doing whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe he does know. We don't know.
We don't know, yeah.
But regardless.
Maybe that's why he's so protective of Angela, Like, we don't know.
It could work either way, that he doesn't know and doesn't, or he does know and doesn't care. Or it may, regardless, it shows you can be loved and, respected. Yeah. And have people fight for you. Yeah. And I think Ricky would do that if he was Peter, if he was just straightforwardly Peter, Yeah.
In a world of Judys and Billys, be a Ricky. You know what I'm saying?
Ricky. Be the Ricky to somebody's Peter / Angela.
I love that. Be the Ricky to somebody's Peter.
A true ally.
Yes. All right.
Shit and live.
Oh, also, and I can't believe it took us this long to talk about it, the gay dads.
Oh my God. Yes. Wait, yes.
Out of nowhere, in this dissociation like daydream that Angela's having, we find out that her father was probably gay
with that guy who said
John.
That makes more sense.
It does.
Of like a man watching his lover be decapitated? ?
I don't think he was decapitated. He was just
not compatible with life.
His body had absolutely no marks on it when it was floating. He was just face down,
drifting.
It's like when I was like playing dead in the pool to see if anybody cared. Like,
I'm dead if you even care.
Exactly.
Which is crazy because it's like, what is that there for? Is it meant as more of a scare tactic again of like, ooh, the boogeyman of gay? You know what I mean? Like, what is it? That scene is so interesting. They're just sitting in bed, like touching each other, but it's very weird. It's like this.
Yeah.
It's just like very awkwardly like.
My take.
And they like look at the camera, and then it's like. Oh.
And then the kids are like giggling and stuff.
Yeah. My
take is this. I think that wasn't like a fantasy that Angela made up. I do think that her father was actually gay. Yeah. I do think that her, Peter and his sister did see them being together. Intimate or one way or the other. And I think it's one of those things where, because Peter is living as Angela and kissing another boy, it's like taking her back to seeing her father being gay. Yes. Even though, like, Angela may or may not be attracted to men, we don't know. Mm-hmm. But I think the only point of reference that she has to like two boys kissing is her father.
Right, and then you get the girl and the boy pointing at each other.
Where it's like, I think, what is it? The boy's pointing at the girl. Mm-hmm. I don't fully know what that means. I don't know if it means... I actually don't know what that means at all.
Yeah, it could be a very straightforward, just like...
I'm you.
I am you. I'm you now. Boy, girl. But also like... Which one of these people am I? You know what I mean? It's like, am I
gay? Am I yeah.
Like, what am I? Because it is something, you could say the line is so wibbly wobbly, and I feel like that's the point of Angela could have from jump, that's a very light could have, from jump been like, no, don't touch me, don't kiss me, I'm not looking for a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, most people probably, she's already being bullied. Most people would have left her alone for that. Yeah. Like, it would have just been, part of...
All right, well, let's ignore her now. Yeah.
She was already getting bullied even when she was, quote unquote, with Paul.
Yeah.
So she doesn't do that. She does get kissed, which the consent of that is very wishy-washy.
It's non-existent.
But yeah. So then it's like, he just does it. So then you spend the whole movie being like, how much of this is her being like, yeah, this might as well happen? Or is there any part of her that's like, maybe this is okay? Or is there any part of her that's like, well, my dad was with a guy,
so then maybe I can be.
Yeah, but then she's so quiet.
Yeah.
You're led to like, your imagination can kind of branch out. Especially because they're so young and they have no idea what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Maladaptive daydreaming.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul is just like...
Well, and it's also, being now raised as a girl from Aunt Martha, it's like, well, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'm supposed to be kissing boys, but I saw my dad kissing boys too. So do we all kiss boys? Well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You're a girl. You kiss boys.
And then she knew enough to be like, okay, meet me down at the lake.
Yeah.
And he'll know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I do wish, though, and this is just a personal preference, because I do feel a lot of people who are less familiar with queer identities and gender identities and all of that stuff, oftentimes they conflate gender with sexuality. And I think that, unfortunately, to me, this scene also kind of does the same thing in retrospect. If before you know the ending, it doesn't really make sense apart from just like, he's gay. But I do think that there is a bit of conflation there. But then again, like you said, there's a lot of wibbly wobbly, ambiguous, nebulous shit going on with Angela specifically in regards to gender and sexuality, because Angela is going through puberty, which is hell.
And again, I think that's a way for cis people to kind of see it from the other side.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, this is what it feels like, where everyone just assumes that you're one gender, you're one sex. And meanwhile, the whole time you're like, this isn't right. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. And sort of that fighting back against that being inherently seen as violent and wrong and hurtful.
Yeah.
Like that you're the bad person.
Because you want to deviate.
Yeah. It's sort of the person hitting back, getting in trouble.
Yeah. For sure.
Retaliating,
Yeah.
Very that.
Yeah, like I said, it's very affirming in a weird, fucked up way of the queer experience. It's really,
It's so that thing where it's like, oftentimes the things that don't represent us also represent us. Like I've found that so many times where like, I'll just be like, yes, queen, go off. And then meanwhile, I'm like, actually, they're a really dangerous trope to use against trans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's both and.
And even in situations where like it may appear from an outsider to be messy.
Yeah.
There's something about queer audiences. We love reclaiming messy, imperfect. Aunt Martha is a prime example. She is batshit, but she is messy, and I live for her.
Yeah.
And I think it's because there are two types of things that we can find from queer representation in film. I think one is what you're talking about, where it's like that affirmation, that validation, whether it be an imperfect representation or not. It's great to see it there. But I also think in the situations where it's not, where it's like the good for her moments.
Yeah.
We love because it pushes back against the shackles of society. It pushes against all of the conditioning that we are led to believe. The band of people who tend to lean in to that messier side of things, even if it's not necessarily the representation that we want to see, but reclaiming it, because it's like, you know what?
We have to take what we can get.
We have to take what we can get, but it's also like it pushes against the boundaries. Like you said, nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing what Aunt Martha is doing to these kids. But there is internally it like there's a little bit of joy in the absurdity of that shit.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And there's a little, like, for me, I feel a little maniacal, like a little evil, just like,
a little Victor
let's
Frankenstein
like
about
stick it to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, would I do this in real life? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But just be like, like embracing that fantasy and just like that crazy messiness of it, just like all like almost removing the shackles and the reins completely.
Because we're not allowed to be, because you have to be, if you're part of any kind of marginalized group, you are suddenly the fucking figurehead. You have to know every talking point. You have to be very well spoken. You have to be able to put up with shit no matter what. And like,
you have to be diplomatic. You have to be put bygones be bygones.
Yes, and generally I'm pretty like that anyway. Where like almost anybody can ask me almost anything, and I'll be like, whatever. But there are many times where you don't want to do that, and you don't have the choice. You're not allowed, and so that's why I feel like they're afraid to make modern queer and trans villains, because understandably, already we're pitted as villains.
Yeah.
And so even if we say the wrong word, it's villainry, you know? And
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, but at the same time, we want to see ourselves represented. And so that's why we put ourselves in all these people, because it's like, we're just people.
We're just people.
We're just people.
Yeah. And it's like, sometimes I just want to see an absurd, unhinged bitch. Not because I want to see it in the world, but for the catharsis of it.
Yeah.
It's like going to a rage room, you know?
Yeah, it feels like indulging a fantasy that you would never want in real life. It's cathartic. It purges. It's like the end of Weapons.
Yeah,
You think about it in a real life context, and you're like, no. But meanwhile, it was one of the most cathartic moments I have had, especially as like a CSA survivor, a trauma survivor, like all these things. It was everything.
Yes.
Because it's something that you can't do IRL, but in the moment it was like, ooh.
So
this
satisfying.
Is so tasty.
Yes.
And meanwhile, it's like gross and like awful. But that's why I think horror movies are good.
Yeah.
I think they're supposed to be escapist. I think they're supposed to be gross. I think they're supposed to be... And there's something for everybody. If you don't like gore, that's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch gore movies. You don't want... Hereditary, you don't ever have to watch it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
And the thing is, like, and that I feel like I know some people who, for some reason, have a moral attachment to their enjoyment of certain media and how it makes them feel. And that's a very complicated thing to unpack. And I am a therapist. I am not, but I will say that those feelings that may necessarily be viewed as like morally abhorrent, they're not bad. It's not bad. Acting on certain feelings and causing harm, a whole different story. Yeah. But getting that catharsis, like being able to release that steam through being able to feel these emotions from the stimulation of this film is wonderful. It does not inherently make you a bad person.
The last frame of this movie is the perfect example of it. It's just like the scream. It's just so relatable across the board.
That guttural snarl.
Just like, no one believes me. No one understands me. No one will ever understand me. If they think you're disgusting, be disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, just sort of leaning in the way that we all wish we could.
Just like finally like letting it all out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me talk about that. So I'm doing something more new stuff. Because this is your queer playground for all things scary, sexy, and stupid, we're going to touch into some 3 wrap-up segments. And our first is all about the scary. This is our Boo Review. Ooh. And I have some questions for you, Bowie, for the Boo Review. My first question is, how scary is the big bad of this film?
Well, if you're saying heteronormativity, terrifying.
Yeah. That's exactly what I wrote down too. I'm not even kidding you.
I know. But if we're going with Angela / Peter, again, it depends on who you are as a person.
Yeah.
I don't find her scary at all. Because also, my ass would be friends with her. I would not be picking on her.
Yeah.
And so I would not be dying.
Yeah, we'd have nothing to worry about.
She could tell me that she was up to that. I'd be like, bet.
Yeah, like, need some help?
Yeah, good for you. So I would say not super scary. I don't know.
It's funny what I wrote down. I was like, first off, what is the big bad? Yeah. And I was like, if we're talking about Angela and the murders, I think it's more fun than anything else. There is a tragedy to it, an inherent, like, under sadness that I feel. So, but that, of course, ties to the bigger, scarier thing, which is that heteronormativity, the conservative gender standards, puberty, other teenagers, like, that's all pretty rough.
On a deep personal level, we touched on it. I will say the curling iron kill. I'm sorry, but if you've ever had to get a pap smear, even that, you put your feet up on the stirrups, right? And you just feel it's like your whole being is just out.
Your whole.
Your whole.
Your whole.
You're so vulnerable in that moment, so that the the fact that they show very little in that scene
Thank you.
is even scarier.
Yeah.
Because if I saw the whole thing, I'd be like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just the idea of it is like...
Because you have a point of any point of reference, it's,
Yeah. Bad.
That is scary.
So she cooked with that one.
Yes.
Quite literally.
Well, this might answer this next question that I have. What's to you, the scariest or most uncomfortable moment?
Yeah, the curling iron is bad, but I think also you'll agree with me is the fucking any scene with Paul.
Oh, there's that, yeah.
But especially just when you see him kiss her for the first time and have that moment of like, oh, I'm sorry, I did that. Can I?
Yeah, I'm gonna take another one.
And you feel that like, oh, like
you see her tense up.
Total like. Well, we've lost him. Like that was a hope that we've now lost, and you feel for her. So yeah, those moments were probably kind of like, where you just feel for her.
That's fair. For me, it's any of the few moments we had with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
like I think I'll put at the top is when he takes Angela into the pantry. I hate that scene.
I swear to God, I think I purposely repressed that.
Yeah, as you should.
Because
it's awful.
The fear that grips you, even though it really doesn't go like anywhere, really, thank God.
Yeah.
Just the sheer thought of it.
Well, even just like the framing and just like seeing him advance on her. Yeah. So for me, that's the scariest moment.
Also, the way it's filmed, you do kind of feel like you're
in her. Yeah.
You're smaller. He's like really big.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you see him. Yeah. No, it's very invasive. It's very
totally. Yeah. And then Ricky comes in and is like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. Final question in the Boo review: do you think you could handle being in this movie?
When you say that, you mean like one of the campers?
Yeah, let's say you're like a supporting character. But you have the potential of dying, but maybe not.
Unless my character was different than who I am IRL, I would not be dying. In fact, I might be helping her.
Yeah.
Who's to say? Because like I said, she really only is hurting the people who are absolutely horrendous to her.
Absolutely.
So I would either be nice to her or be her friend actively.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be dying. I'd be like,
same.
Angela, you seen all these people getting got?
Judy's
crazy.
such a bitch, isn't she? Yeah.
And Angela's just...
I feel like Angela would talk to me. I have good intentions and a pure heart.
You just welcome her. Just a little treat. Yeah.
Put some non-binary kibble in my hands. Yeah. I think I could probably... I think I could deal with this movie. Although I will say I would probably be one of the kids that left the mass exodus after Billy died. Because after one of the guy bully gets bees... he gets stung by a bunch of bees, which I initially thought were hornets. I had to fact check that. I'm like, I was like, bees stinging him to death? That's not typical. This has to be a bunch of hornets or wasps. No, it's bees.
Which is kind of evil bee propaganda.
It really is.
Like, we gotta hornets and wasps, evil.
Yeah,
evil.
kill them.
Bees,
but bees,
save the bees,
protect them with your life. But yeah, after that huge swath of children left after he died, I probably would have left too. I'd have been like, Mom. I just want to go I miss my Atari. Let me play some Pong.
They wouldn't let me bring my Bop It.
Yeah. No, they fucking let Mozart was playing his fucking video game on the baseball, the boxing video game. It's so fun seeing what video games look like back then.
I would have had like the Tetris.
Yes.
Like just constantly locked in.
Me and my Tetris, I definitely would have survived this movie.
Hell yeah. Angela, you want to play Tetris?
Yeah. All right. We are now leaving the Boo review and we're heading into the Horny Hall of Fame. First question in the Horny Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Certified thirst trap. Who's the hottest person in this movie, baby?
Why are you asking me this?
We all know it's Gino.
It's Gino.
It's Gino.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say Mel.
Close second. Not my Meg.
Gino is just, cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop top.
Genuinely cares about the children.
He does.
So, like, besides being just a fucking smoke
like
show,
an absolute babe.
He's just the bar is on the ground, but he's just genuinely like, we gotta figure out what's happening to these kids.
Yeah.
And you're like, I would do anything for you.
I would do anything. I'm not even kidding.
Anything
Gino wanted. I would absolutely, yes. Y'all, look at that picture and tell me we're wrong.
Yeah, please.
So which death/scare do you think is the hottest? And I mean hottest as in like the most exciting, the most,
Sexy?
ooh.
Yeah.
I mean like sexy, literally, or just like...
Well, some people, depending on what you're into, the curling iron, some people might see that and go, oh, that's something I didn't know about me.
Yeah.
Always an option.
Well, it's a very sexual death anyway,
It
of course,
is,
yeah.
So, it depends. Even though, okay, we're talking about, like, sexuality, but not necessarily in the, like it can be dark sexuality.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going with Paul's death at the end, because it is such the, like climax of them together naked. Like, Paul really thinks that shit's about to happen for him.
Yeah.
Total wish fulfillment. And then to have that totally turned on its head. And also, we don't know what happened. I doubt that this is what happened. But you can imagine a world where, also not with children, but a world where, like, they're mid coitus, and the little death happens, and then you kill them for
like
real,
a praying
real.
mantis.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so it has that kind of vibe of, like, scary sexuality.
Yeah, like a Black Widow kind of seduce and kill kind of
Very
thing.
that. So there's something about even though, I don't see the children as sexual,
of course,
bringing them around and you seeing her, like, cradling him, and, like, it's very, like, for them and for the puberty of it all, it's very, like, it feels almost like a wet dream.
Yeah.
Weirdly, like we're in someone's wet dream.
Well, it's also it's very intimate and romantic too. Like, the way she's cradling his head is very similar to, like, how somebody could cradle a partner after they finish doing the deed.
Yeah,
so,
and she's singing.
Yeah. So I hear you there. I did write down the curling iron for my choice, but that's an obvious choice. And I'm obsessed with the curling iron. It's wild.
Yeah, it could go either way.
It could go either way. Final question in the Horny Hall of Fame. Yeah. How horny is this movie?
If you're 13, pretty horny.
Yeah.
If you're a closeted teenager, young adult, pretty horny.
Yeah.
If you're an adult, at least for me, because first of all, they're all children.
Yeah.
That
exactly.
they're children.
Yeah.
Anyway, even the ones playing kids are younger than that. Yeah. So it's not, to me, it's not horny in that way.
Agreed.
It's horny in that distant way of, like, yes, puberty.
Exactly.
It's not current sexy. It's like it's season 1 Drag Race, Vaseline on the lens.
It's like you're in your 8th grade dance for the first time, and everyone's grinding on each other in the cafeteria to ushers. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, that's I'm with you there.
Exactly.
I'm 100% with you there. I'd say it's not sleazy horny, but more prepubescent horny.
It's sexy like a 8th grade health class. That's what
exactly.
You know what I mean?
The first time you hear the word penis, like that kind of
we're
thing.
Gonna put a condom
on a banana. Is this what a condom's like? I remember being so excited as a child that I would get to touch a condom and wear deodorant.
Wear deodorant?
Ugh. All right. We are now leaving the Horny Hall of Fame.
Bye. Zip
it up, Buttercup. We're now gonna wrap this up by sipping on some dumb bitch juice. We're in our stupid section, everybody.
Yeah.
So we've already touched on this. Is this movie camp or cringe?
It's camp.
100% camp. Always. It is in every sense of the word. It's a camper slasher. It's camp. All camp. Love that.
Camp all the time.
We have an award to give out. We each have an award to give out.
God.
The Golden Dumpster Award. What's, like, the best either stupid decision or the best worst line of dialogue?
Ooh, you have to go first.
I'm gonna go first.
I gotta think.
Like, I have an honorable.
Notes.
So honorable mentions for, like, killer lines of dialogue. Of course, we have the flat as a board and needs a screw. That's a great line.
She's a real carpenter's dream. Flat as a board and needs a screw. No, fuck off.
The eat shit and die, eat shit and live. That's great.
Eat shit and die, Ricky.
Eat shit and live, Bill.
Yeah, Bill, he's a little wet.
Everything Aunt Martha says is wonderful.
I packed you and your cousin some goodies for the ride up to camp. Wasn't that nice of me?
But my favorite bad line of dialogue, my favorite moment of terrible acting is Mel's monologue after he finds Meg dead in the shower.
Fuck you, Meg. He did this to get back at me. I had him, Meg. I had him. I let him go.
Such a terrible moment in the best possible way.
It's so true.
So Mel, the 61-year-old that has beef with a 15-year-old, gets my golden dumpster.
You know what? That's a good. I think he could win the whole thing. Everything revolving around Mel and Mel. I gotta say that moment with Ricky, where is it when she's getting thrown into the water at the same time?
When he's
like confronting Ricky, and Ricky's like, "I have to go."
It's literally framed in the background, Angela's.
No, and then Ricky is like shirtless, like about to go in the water. He's like, "Let me go, I have to go." And Mel, not concerned with the girl child being
Screaming,
thrown into the water,
yeah,
is shaking this child that has beef with a 15-year-old, being like, "I know it's you. I know you're doing it." It's so like, it's so mind-boggling. It's so fucking like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, no wonder the camp is going downhill. You have no fucking clue what you're doing, and also presumably hired a Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's probably that, and also, why the fuck did they go on their little camping trip with the little ones after they knew
that people were getting murdered?
People were dying.
That is a terrible decision.
I was like, yeah, let's separate out the little ones. Like lambs to the slaughter.
Yeah.
And just have them all in one tent where you can get them all in one place, and then the next morning.
Not even in a tent.
Killed.
Not even in a tent.
Oh, yeah,
they're just like splayed out on the
Oh my god, can you believe they're all dead? It's like, girl,
you left them alone in the woods. Yeah, that was like the camp counselor that like took the other two snot-nosed ones back. So the other, awful decision. Oh, also I want to give an honorable mention to the cop's mustache. Whoever made the decision, y'all, when you
is lacquered on.
Girl, okay, when we first see him, his mustache looks so real. And then, unfortunately, during this third act, it is the fakest mustache I have ever seen. That is my runner-up for the golden dumpster.
Suddenly had like alopecia and lost all the hair on his body, and they had to put
They're just like, oh, continuity.
They were like, oh, please.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, it's very strange.
And you know what's disappointing is the special effects in this movie are so fucking good, and the mustache is where they lost me. That's so wild.
Like that. I don't know why. It's like you'll fucking watch a HBO like fucking House of the Dragon, and they'll be doing the craziest CGI you've ever seen, and then Daenerys is in like a hard front, you know what I mean?
Like
and
the wigs are trash, and
please,
because they're putting all their energy and like money into like the big moments and stuff, but
they're like, we're not paying for a human hair lace front.
No, we're making a dragon, baby.
We gotta make that dragon. So yeah, you know what? Dumpster fire goes to Mel all around.
All around.
Winner, all around winner.
Yes, I agree.
He should not be running that camp.
Nope. I would not trust him with my kids, but...
way.
All that to be said, this is the end of our episode.
Oh my god.
There's literally, I think, somewhere between 3 and 4 hours of recording footage here. We could talk about this movie forever.
I know.
Everybody. And there's probably things in this movie that we didn't even get the chance to talk about.
They'll come up in part 2.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, everybody, if there was a specific moment or character or something you wanted us to talk about. There's just so much in this movie.
We didn't talk about Mel enough.
We didn't talk about Mel
Our
enough.
icon Mel. What's he up to?
Well, I mean, not much, I don't think.
How dare you? How very dare you? The look we just exchanged, it was the same look that
just the realization of like, well, this movie is 50 years old.
He didn't look a day over 29. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, he made it past the 22nd club. He's gonna live forever. With that said, once again, everybody, I'm just gonna say it again. Check out the Patreon.
Do it.
Please do.
Yes.
I have some fun stuff lined up. I already have some nice little tidbits in there. Some minutes of Bowie and I yapping about shit and some behind the scenes tea. And also, I would love to hear from you.
Please.
Feel free to email Whorror Icon, WHORROR Icon, @gmail.com.
Not the ASL.
That's the ASL, baby. Mama knows
Oh my
sign
God.
language. I'm good with my hands and my mouth. So shoot me an email.
Not my Meg.
Not my Meg.
Not my Meg.
Shoot me an email. I want to hear from y'all. I would love to hear from y'all, and maybe I'll read some of those emails on the episode. Oh. I'm delirious. We've been here for hours.
I know.
Bowie, where can our listeners find you?
Same thing as before. I have social media. That's about it.
And that's where you should. Bowie posts fun videos.
I post sometimes on Instagram, but most often on TikTok, which is both of those are at @knife_presenting. And yeah, I do a bunch of silly things. I talk mostly about books and movies and
dragging Ryan Murphy.
Oh my God, the fact that went so viral and
As it
people
should
are
have.
so like chomping at me in the comments, like
Really?
the diehard. Most of the people were like, yes, agreed. But there are some diehard. That could be a bonus episode.
Honestly.
Is us talking about Ryan Murphy?
Ryan Murphy is the Tyra Banks of narratives. Like,
Oh
he is
my
a menace.
God,
He is
he's a menace. But yeah, people have been in my comments being like, I don't know what's wrong with all of you people.
I don't know, maybe
So-
making Dahmer like charming, approachable, and charismatic. And
Yassified Ed Gein. Well, you're not a
Although-
Yassified Ed Gein fan.
Queen Mother is coming back for season 13 of American Horror
I
Story.
heard
That
that.
paycheck must have been fat.
Speaking of
And this is the end of it. This has to be the final season.
bonus things you can talk about, I don't know if you saw the Ed Gein thing. I did not. I
did
refused
not.
to.
I don't watch
But-
any Ryan Murphy like
No,
true crime stuff.
I saw the Dahmer one. That was a mistake.
Yeah,
But
it
anyway,
was.
there is a whole thing that you could talk about. I highly, it'll make you angry, but I recommend you look into it. For people who don't know, Osgood Perkins is the son of Anthony Perkins,
Yes, he is.
who plays the one and only
Norman Bates.
Norman Bates in Psycho, and also gay man who was closeted for almost all of his life. He had a great relationship with his wife. Osgood says that he was the best dad ever, and Osgood came for Ryan Murphy.
Good.
Because Ryan put in this crazy, he tried to go like meta with it about like the people who were inspired by Ed Gein and put it in their horror movies. So there's a whole bit with Hitchcock in the most clapped makeup. I'm so sorry, but oh my God. Hitchcock casting Psycho and basically implies that he cast Anthony for being closeted and that like he was a creep and that's why he was good for the role.
Oh, that's fucked
And
up.
Osgood was like, fuck you, actually.
Yeah.
My dad was a lovely human being, and
Yeah.
also using that against him is fucked.
Yes.
Especially as someone who put a lot of homoeroticism in their
I was
stuff.
gonna say, I heard the other way around that like that Hitchcock probably clocked that that Perkins was closeted, but exploited that.
Yeah,
It
because
wasn't from like a creep perspective. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, I can use this.
yeah, he put gay shit like rope. That shit's so
I
gay.
want to see Rope so bad.
Yeah, it's so
Oh.
so gay. But apparently, yeah, Ryan just made it this whole gross thing, and Osgood said, "Not my dad, you won't.
Good.
Not my dad, you won't."
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry for the tangent, but I thought you would appreciate that.
Thank you.
We stand the Perkins family in this
Yes,
house,
we
even
do.
though me and
Even though-
Osgood.
Yeah, we have.
I mean, he's coming out with another one.
We'll see what happens.
Coming out with another one, so we gotta lock in.
Yep. If anything,
But-
we'll probably enjoy the first 2/3 of it. And you know what?
Maybe that's enough.
That's a passing grade.
Maybe that's enough. If you put the first half of Long Legs and the first half of The Monkey together, you get a great film.
A long monkey.
I brought my long monkey today.
Not monkey legs. No.
No, monkey
my long
legs.
monkey.
The legs.
No legs.
The legs.
Make that
Oh,
happen.
well.
Anyway, you can find me, Crybaby, I deleted my TikTok. I'm no longer on the TikTok. Fuck that noise. No offense. You do great at it. I just don't support that app.
Yeah.
But y'all stay cute with it. I'm only on the Instagram, which really isn't much better, but I need to have something. So you can find me at Crying in Public. That's crying without the G _IN_public, because that's what I do. And then follow Whorror Icon, WHORROR Icon Pod. On the Instagram. So
do that.
Until next time, cuties, we'll be covering Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers. So until then, don't be scared. Unless you're into that sort of thing. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, the K-pop part.
Yeah.
Have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet?
Yes.
It's so good.